Hey everyone, welcome to Notebook Nuggets. Today we're diving into the game-changing method, BJ Fogg's best-selling book, Tiny Habits. No fluff, just actionable advice to help you transform your goals into reality. Are you ready to start? Let's get into it. Starting small is the key to lasting change. In the world of self-improvement, we often set huge goals that we think will change everything. But here's the catch. Massive goals can be intimidating, leading to overwhelm and ultimately failure. On the other hand, tiny habits are simple, manageable actions that fit seamlessly into your daily routine. Let me tell you a story. Imagine you want to create the habit of exercising every day. A common approach would be to join a gym and immediately commit to an hour-long workout daily. Sounds great in theory, but what happens when life gets in the way? You might miss a day, then two, then before you know it, you've fallen off the wagon entirely. Enter tiny habits. Instead of jumping straight into an intense routine, try starting with just 2 push-ups a day. Yes, just 2. It sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? But here's the magic. You can't fail at doing 2 push-ups. Even on the toughest days, finding 2 seconds to do your exercise is easy. In fact, it's almost impossible to mess it up. And here's the best part. After a while, you'll find yourself doing more than 2 push-ups because the habit has taken root. You'll naturally want to increase the intensity because it feels good to see progress and improve. The Fogg behavior model is the backbone of understanding how to build habits that stick. According to this model, behavior happens when motivation, ability, and a prompt come together at the same time. Think of it as a formula. BR map. If any of these elements are missing, the behavior won't occur. Let's break it down further. Motivation is the driving force that gets you started. How excited or interested are you in doing the habit? Ability refers to how easy or difficult the behavior is to perform. And the prompt is the trigger that initiates the behavior. It's the reminder that sparks the action. Imagine trying to build a habit of reading for 30 minutes every evening. If you love reading, you probably have a high level of motivation to pick up a book and dive in. However, on a particularly hectic day, you come home late, eat dinner, and suddenly realize you have less time for leisure. Despite your best intentions, you end up scrolling through social media instead of reading. In this scenario, your motivation may be high, but your ability has diminished due to time constraints. As a result, reading doesn't happen. Now let's tweak this scenario slightly. Instead of diving straight into a 30-minute read, commit to just 1 page. Suddenly, finding time becomes much easier. You might find yourself fitting in the 1-page habit even when you're pressed for time because it's incredibly easy to squeeze in. You can always read more than a page, but you're allowing yourself the flexibility to choose the tiniest option. That's where the power of the Fogg behavior model comes into play. You can use it to analyze and adjust your approach to habit formation based on these 3 crucial factors: motivation, ability, and prompt. Anchor moments are the keys to unlocking consistent behavior. They serve as the trigger that initiates your behavior, making it more likely to happen. An anchor moment is simply a routine or ritual you already have in your daily life. For example, brushing your teeth. You probably don't need to motivate yourself to brush your teeth twice a day. It's a habit you've been doing for years. This is an ideal anchor moment to attach a new habit. Instead of adding a completely new routine, tie the new habit to an existing one. The easiest way to do this is by saying, after I anchor, I will new habit. For instance, after I finish brushing my teeth, I will do 5 jumping jacks. This simple verbal cue acts as a reminder, helping you transition from your existing routine to the new habit effortlessly. Motivation ebbs and flows. Focusing solely on motivation is a recipe for inconsistent behavior. What feels exciting at first can become mundane over time. Just think of New Year's resolutions. Initially, you're filled with enthusiasm and commitment, but how many of them do you stick to throughout the year? That's where the magic of the Fogg behavior model comes in. Rather than relying on motivation, it focuses on simplicity and ability. By making the habit incredibly easy to do, you remove the guesswork and ensure consistency. For example, instead of aiming for a 30-minute workout every day, start with just 5 minutes. You can always do more if you feel like it, but you're giving yourself permission to do less if needed. Making it so easy that you can't fail allows you to stick to the habit without the ups and downs of motivation getting in the way. Positive emotions are the glue that sticks habits into your brain. They are the key to making the behavior feel rewarding and enjoyable. When you experience a positive emotion during or immediately after performing a habit, your brain associates that activity with pleasure. Over time, this association strengthens the neural connections related to the habit, making it more likely to stick. Take the habit of flossing your teeth. Instead of seeing it as a chore, try associating it with a positive emotion. When you floss, imagine you're giving your teeth a high five for staying clean and healthy, or creating a fun dance move that you do after flossing. These positive associations transform the habit into something you look forward to. By linking positive emotions to your habits, you're essentially rewiring your brain to embrace the behavior and make it a natural part of your routine. It's all about making the journey towards your goals enjoyable and sustainable. If a habit isn't sticking, don't despair. Ask yourself, are you designing your environment for success? Environment plays a significant role in shaping your habits. Your surroundings, both physical and digital, influence your behavior constantly. For example, if you want to reduce screen time before bed, don't rely on willpower alone. Instead, design your environment to make it easier to choose a book over your phone. Remove distractions and temptations that pull you away from your goals. Sometimes the answer is simpler than you think. For example, if you're having trouble sticking to a workout routine, try putting on your workout clothes even if you don't feel like exercising. Putting on the clothes serves as a visual reminder of your commitment and can make it easier to follow through with the actual workout. The idea is to remove as many barriers as possible, making the desired behavior the easiest and most natural choice. Tiny habits have the remarkable ability to grow and expand naturally over time. The key is to start small and be patient with yourself. As you consistently practice your tiny habit, you'll build momentum. This natural growth can lead to remarkable transformations. For instance, if you begin with the tiny habit of stretching for just 30 seconds every morning, you may find yourself holding those stretches for longer periods. Eventually, you might even incorporate yoga or Pilates into your routine. The beauty of this approach is that the expansion happens organically. You don't need to force yourself to scale up the habit, as it evolves naturally from the solid foundation of your initial tiny habit. This gentle, organic growth ensures that your new habits become an integral part of your lifestyle without feeling overwhelming or forced. Self-compassion is an essential aspect of the tiny habits approach. When you stumble or miss a day, be kind to yourself. Don't let guilt or shame hold you back. Instead, celebrate your progress, no matter how small it may seem. Every step you take, no matter how tiny, is a step closer to your goals. By adopting a self-compassionate mindset, you'll be able to bounce back quickly from setbacks and keep moving forward towards your desired changes. As we bring this episode to a close, I want to leave you with a challenge. Identify a small habit you've been wanting to cultivate in your life. Maybe it's drinking more water, reading daily, or taking short walks after meals. Remember, start small. Commit to just a tiny version of the habit for the next week. Experience the joy of accomplishing your goal every single day, even if it's just for a few seconds. Share your experiences in the comments below, and let's support each other on this journey towards lasting change. Also, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more insightful content like this. Thanks for watching. Until next time.